Hello dear students, welcome to class 11th accountancy videos. Today we are going to do the topic rules of debit and credit. So we have done two approaches, traditional approach under which we have three types of account, real, nominal, personal, and according to modern approach we have five types of accounts, capital, liability, expense, asset, revenue. In case you don't know this traditional and modern approach of classification of accounts, do watch my earlier videos. Now coming to rules of debit and credit. Now what do you mean by debit and credit? The left side of an account is called as debit side and right hand side of an account is called as credit side, and these words have originated from the Latin terms debre or debitium, which means what is due, and credit word has originated from Latin term credere or creditium, which means something entrusted or loaned. So basically whenever we are making account, the left side of account will be called as debit side and the right side of account will be called as credit side. For the debit we are going to use the abbreviation D capital R dot, and for credit the abbreviation used is capital C small r dot. So let us first see rules of debit and credit according to traditional approach. So in traditional approach we have done these three types of accounts. So let us see what is the rule for personal account. So for the personal account, the rule of debit and credit is debit the receiver and credit the giver. For example, paid cash to Mohan. So here please remember Mohan is a receiver. So Mohan's account will be debited. Similarly, if the question is received cash from Sohan. So here the personal account Sohan is a giver. So Sohan account will be credited in this transaction. Now coming to rule of debit and credit for real account. Real account you know relates to all your assets. So the rule is debit what comes in and credit what goes out. For example, purchased furniture for cash. So here furniture is coming in your business, so furniture account will be debited, and cash is going out of your business, so cash account is credited. Now let us see rule of debit and credit for nominal account. So for nominal account, the rule is debit all expenses and losses and credit all revenues and gains. So if you talk of electricity bill, since it is an expense, it will be debited. But if you talk of commission received, since it is a revenue, it will be credited. Now coming to the rules of debit and credit according to modern approach, and this is the approach which we are going to follow to do the for making journal entries and for classification. Although both the approaches are correct, you can follow anyone, but nowadays we follow modern approach. So according to modern approach, you know that we have five types of account, and I have also told you that in order to remember them, you can just remember this acronym CLEAR, where C represents capital, L is liability, E is expense, A is asset, and R is revenue. So this is an acronym to remember the type of accounts according to modern approach. Now coming to rules. Now coming to the first rule, that is for capital account. Please remember, increase is credited, decrease is debited. Coming to liabilities, the rule will remain same. Increase is credited and decrease is debited. Now coming to expenses, now the rule is opposite. If there is an increase, debit. If there is a decrease, credit. Similarly for asset also, same rule what we did for expense. Increase to be debited, decrease to be credited. And for revenues, the rule is increase is credited and decrease is debited. So we have seen that there are 5 rules, but in order to make it easy, you can just remember 2 rules for 2 category of accounts. So what I am doing is, out of these 5 accounts, I am separating the 2 categories. One category is revenue, capital, liability, and other is asset and expense. So basically, you can see that out of these 5 accounts, which are the 2 accounts which starts with vowel. So it is expense and asset that we are separating on one side, and we are keeping capital, revenue and liability on another side. So the rule which is applicable to revenue, capital and liability is same. That is, increase is credited and decrease is debited. And for asset and expense, it will be opposite. So increase is debited and decrease is credited. So instead of remembering 5 rules, if you remember these 2 categories, and then you can easily remember these rules of debit and credit according to modern approach. Now let us revise what we have done. So let us do this question. Please read this question carefully. On which side increase in the following accounts be recorded, and also mention the nature of account. For your convenience, I have put these rules of debit and credit on top left and top right side. So I will do the first one for you, and then I will give time to all of you to try this on your own. So I'll do the first one for you. Mohan, a creditor. The nature of account is liability, and we have to find out where is increase recorded. So since it is a liability, I will check this rule. Increase is written on credit side. Now please try these other accounts, and then I am going to discuss it with you. So I hope you have tried. Now let us see. Machinery, according to nature of account, it is asset, and I have to see where is increase recorded. So you can see under asset, increase is recorded on debit side. Next is rent. So if it is rent, we always assume it to be rent paid. So rent paid is an expense, and once you know the nature of account, you can apply the rule of debit and credit. So you can see it is expense. The rule is increase in expenses debited. So increase will be written on debit side. Next is capital. So capital, the nature of account is very easy, capital. And where is increase recorded? You can see here, increase in capital is credited. Next is commission received. So commission received is a revenue, and you can see the rule here for the revenue. Increase in revenue is credited. So I hope it is clear how you can apply the rules of debit and credit according to the modern approach for questions like this. Let us practice one more question. So there is a slight change now. Instead of increase, now you have to write out where is decrease in the following accounts be recorded. Okay, so first is stock. You know that stock is a asset, and the rule applicable for asset for decrease. Now we don't have to see increase, we have to see decrease. So decrease is credited. Then commission received is a revenue, and you can see if the revenue decreases, it is debited. Next is interest paid. Interest paid is an expense, and you can see the rule here for the expense. The decrease is credited. Next one is furniture. Furniture is your asset, and if there is a decrease in asset, it is credited. Next is rent outstanding. So rent outstanding is your liability, and you can check the rule here. If the liability decreases, it is debited. So we have done rules of debit and credit according to both traditional and modern approach. And for traditional approach, the rule which is applicable for real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. For nominal account, debit expenses and losses and credit revenues and profit. And for personal account, the rule is debit the receiver, credit the giver. And for modern approach, I told you there is no need to remember 5 rules. You can just remember the rule which is applicable to expense and asset is increase is debited, decrease is credited. And for the remaining 3, that is capital, liability and revenue, the rule is decrease is debited and increase is credited. So I hope these rules are clear to you, and these are in fact your basis for your further accounting. So thank you so much. I wish you all a happy learning. Bye.